Welcome to West London and the G-Tech Community Stadium, where Brentford hosts Manchester United in a lunchtime Premier League kickoff. Brentford are in transition under Keith Andrews, who has taken over following Thomas Frank's departure. They've struggled to find consistency so far this season, conceding 10 goals in 5 matches and already looking over their shoulders near the lower half of the table. But at home, and especially against big opposition, this club has shown it can produce sparks. Bryan Mbeumo, now plying his trade for Manchester United, will return to face his former team, adding a personal edge to the contest. Manchester United arrive here with some breathing room after that gritty 2-1 victory over Chelsea, though their season has been far from smooth. The Red Devils find themselves in 11th place, needing a statement performance to quiet the doubters. The team news: Matheus Cunha for United and Dalot and Manuel Ugarte all return for Manchester United, who are trying to win a second consecutive Premier League game for the first time under Ruben Amorim. Ahmad has been ruled out due to a family bereavement, Casemiro is suspended and Mazraoui is injured. It is the first time Cunha has started along with Sesko and former Brentford forward Bryan Mbeumo in attack. For Brentford, club record signing Dango Ouatarra returns to the Brentford side as Keith Andrews' men look to win only their second game of the season. Aaron Hickey is also included as Keane Lewis-Potter and Ethan Pinnock drop to the bench as Andrews looks to halt Brentford's worst start to a Premier League campaign. Referee Craig Paulson blows his whistle and Manchester United get the game started. Kevin Schade bursts down the left and claims he is fouled after checking inside, but the referee isn't interested. A long throw now. They are back, didn't you know? Is hurled into the Manchester United penalty area, but it flies straight into the hands of a grateful Altay Bayindir, a man who will be under the microscope today, with new signing Lammens yet to make his appearance since his move from Antwerp. 7 minutes on the clock now. Dalot has the ball in space in the centre circle and can drive at the Brentford defence. All the Brentford midfield players had been dragged out to the right side. The Portuguese gets halfway inside the Bees' half and lays it off to his left to Cunha, who has got inside Kayode, about 5 yards outside the penalty area, but the ball from Dalot lacks pace and Kayode is able to nick in and prevent the ball from reaching Cunha, who in the process is knocked over. Was that a free kick? I don't think so. I think as the ball was slow, Kayode was able to get his body between Cunha and the ball. Yes, there was contact, but no foul there for me. The ball is picked up by Jordan Henderson, who looks downfield and plays a long ball over the Manchester United defence, where Igor Thiago looks about 5 yards offside, but the flag stays down and Harry Maguire is sprinting back. Thiago has to wait for the ball to bounce before he can take it on about 25 yards out from goal, giving Maguire a chance to make up ground. Thiago takes the ball down with his chest and progresses with the ball to the edge of the penalty area on the left side of the D, still one stride ahead of Maguire. Bayindir has elected to stay in his 6-yard box. Thiago lets the ball bounce once more. Go! He strikes from about 15 yards out and the ball flies past Bayindir's right hand and into the goal. Everyone now turns to VAR, but replays show Thiago timed his run perfectly, with Maguire trying to step up for offside. The goal is given. Brentford fans can celebrate once more. What a start for Brentford. What a start for Manchester United. Watching replays of Thiago's shot, he was a bit lucky. He cut right across the ball as he hit it on the bounce and drove it in off the post. Those kind of shots are difficult to control and can go anywhere. So Brentford ahead, but they will need to be wary. They have dropped 8 points from winning positions this season. Leading is a familiar feeling for Brentford. That's 5 games in a row now. The issue has been winning. United now coming forward. Matheus Cunha has Manchester United's first effort of the game, but he drags his shot from distance wide of the post. Michael Kayode's long throws are creating problems for United. He launches another one into the box, and Altay Bayindir has to scramble the ball out for a corner. Mikel Damsgaard takes, but a United defender heads clear at the near post. Oh my, that's a great save. And again, two brilliant saves there from Altay Bayindir. The first one was a Sepp Vandenberg header from 6 yards, which is palmed clear by the United keeper. Brentford win it back, and a cross from the right is met by Nathan Collins, but again Bayindir is alert to tip the ball over. The Bees are well on top, but they will want to make their dominance count. 19 minutes on the clock. Jordan Henderson has the ball again, halfway inside his own half on the left side. He looks up and decides to play a long ball forward again. Manchester United had been holding a high line and are forced to retreat now. Thiago is able to outmuscle Ligt, who seems to have lost the flight of the ball. And then now Thiago takes the ball down on his chest about 5 yards outside the penalty area on the left side. He lays it off quickly to Kevin Schade, who with one touch is able to take the ball into the penalty area. Maguire has to come across to cover, but Schade is lightning quick and gets there first, about 2 yards from the byline outside the 6-yard box. He drills the ball across goal where there are no Brentford players, but Bayindir instinctively sticks out a hand to block the shot. Goal! Oh, he inadvertently palms the ball into the path of Thiago, who had been following up, and the Brazilian gratefully accepts and sticks the ball into the back of the net from the edge of the 6-yard box. Wild scenes here at the G-Tech. They have seen some great performances from their side against Manchester United in the past, but I don't think many expected it today. Watching replays, that ball came back out at Thiago very quickly, and he stuck a toe at it that sent it back in the direction of Bayindir, who on reflection may feel disappointed that he wasn't able to prevent the ball from crossing the line. The Bees fans won't care. They will have been nervous at the start of the season after losing Mbeumo and Wissa, but they have a new hero now, and he looks the part. 3 years ago, United came here and lost 4-0. If they don't sort themselves out defensively today, it's going to be worse. A word also on Jordan Henderson's involvement in both goals. He has now assisted a goal in 3 of his last 5 Premier League games against Man United, with his side winning the previous 2 by 5-0 and 7-0 scorelines. The Man United fans look shell-shocked. Benjamin Sesko now tries a curling effort from distance, but it is tame and very easy for Kelleher to hold. 25 minutes on the clock. Bayindir kicks a long ball downfield. Sesko wins the header in the centre circle, flicking it on over the high Brentford defensive line and causing them to retreat. Mbeumo is hunting. Collins is forced to head the ball back into midfield while running backwards. Ugarte picks it up and drives through the Brentford midfield. He clips a ball into the left side of the Brentford penalty area for Dorgu to run onto. The pass looks overhit from the Uruguayan, but Dorgu does well to get to the ball before it goes out for a goal kick and turns his body to send the ball high and dropping into the 6-yard box. Mbeumo appears to lean into Kelleher as he tries to claim it, but the referee sees nothing and the keeper can only flap at it as the ball is allowed to bounce inside the 6-yard box, where it falls to Sesko, whose header is palmed up in the air by Kelleher from close range. The ball falls now a little behind Sesko, and he sticks out a right foot to make contact and direct the ball back towards the goal, which Kelleher saves again, this time getting down to his right. But he can't hold the ball, and go! It falls into the path of Sesko once more, and this time the Slovakian can't miss. From inside the 6-yard box, he drives the ball with his left foot into the goal. Messy, far from pretty, but United won't care, and neither will Sesko, as that is his first competitive goal for the club since his transfer from Leipzig. Brentford want a free kick for what they perceive as a foul on Kelleher by Mbeumo in the build-up, but no foul is given. The goal stands, and looking at replays, I think that is the correct decision. Yes, there was contact, but I think Mbeumo is within his rights to go for the ball, and Kelleher should have been stronger with his attempted clearance. Obviously, the challenge put him off, and that was what led to the goal. Well, Manchester United are back in the game, and we have a game on our hands. Who will take the initiative? Michael Kayode launches another long throw into the box, but Harry Maguire rises highest to clear. The game has just calmed down a bit after a frantic opening half an hour. Brentford are playing a lot of 40 and 50-yard passes down the channel. Luke Shaw is defending. Exploiting the space Patrick Dorgu leaves when he pushes forward. On 40 minutes, neither team look very convincing defending set pieces. Harry Maguire gets on the end of a far post corner and heads it into the 6-yard box, but a Brentford defender clears close to the goal line. There will be 4 minutes of time added on. Brentford passing the ball around the back now, eyeing half-time. And there it is. Referee Craig Pawson blows the whistle for half-time. A lively game at the G-Tech. Igor Thiago's double put Brentford 2 up, but Benjamin Sesko's first Man United goal keeps the visitors in the game. And now the second half. No changes from either side as the second half begins. Ruben Amorim is in his seat and can barely watch as Brentford prepare to take another long throw. A United defender is able to clear though. Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo combine well on the break, and Cunha is able to get in a shot at goal from about 20 yards out, but it is saved comfortably by Kelleher. Brentford have not had a shot on goal since Igor Thiago made it 2-0 after 20 minutes. On 56 minutes, yellow card. Bruno Fernandes is the man in the book after catching Ouatarra with a high boot there. And now, really good play by Mbeumo, who runs wide, cuts onto his left foot and whips in a dangerous curling cross that just evades the boot of Patrick Dorgu at the far post. On the hour mark, a chance for Brentford. It comes from a long free kick into the box, which is headed on by Nathan Collins, but a stretching Sepp Vandenberg cannot quite get on the end of it, and Altay Bayindir claims. Oh my, that is a good save. On 63 minutes, again from Altay Bayindir. That could well have been, and probably should have been, 3-1 to Brentford. It's a foot race down the left wing between Schade and Diego Dalot. Schade shows good strength to win the duel and get possession of the ball. He gathers himself and lays it across for Ouatarra, who is somehow completely unmarked inside the Manchester United penalty area, just to the left of the penalty spot. He opts to hit it first time, but Bayindir can get down to his left to palm the shot away, and Shaw can clear. Could Ouatarra have taken a touch before shooting? He could well have, There wasn't a United player within 5 yards of him. He probably didn't expect to have so much space. I didn't either, Dango. I didn't either. On 66 minutes, double Manchester United change as Harry Maguire and Ugarte are replaced by Mainoo and Yoro. On 70 minutes now, Yoro is able to play the ball out to the right wing under pressure from Thiago. Shaw plays a lovely first-time pass outside Hickey and into the right channel, which Cunha can run into. He gets to within a couple of yards of the angle of the penalty area before whipping in a low cross for Mbeumo in the centre. Mbeumo is ahead of Collins, and it looks like he's going to have a free shot on goal from about 12 yards out, but then Collins puts a hand on Mbeumo's shoulder and the United man goes down. The referee checks with his linesman and the penalty is given, and Collins gets a yellow card. VAR are looking at it though to see if it warrants a red card, but decide not to overrule Craig Pawson. Looking at replays, I agree with the decision. Yes, it was a penalty, but I think once Mbeumo felt the hand, he decided to go down rather than attack the ball, and for that reason, I think a yellow and a penalty are enough. Fernandes is going to take it. He scored his last penalty against Burnley, but did miss the one before that against Fulham. Up he steps. He shoots for the right side, but Kelleher saves it! The Irishman got down well and got a good strong hand to it before Schade is able to clear to safety. Moans and groans from the United end. They must have thought that was their chance to get back into the game. Of the 7 penalties Kelleher has faced in his career for Liverpool and Brentford, excluding shootouts, he has saved 4 of them. That's 57%. There was a double Brentford change also just before that penalty. Keane Lewis Potter for Ouatarra, Rico Henry for Aaron Hickey. 80 minutes, more changes. Brentford bring on Vitale Janelt and Frank Onyeka for Jordan Henderson and Mikkel Damsgaard. Manchester United bring on Mason Mount for Luke Shaw. Patrick Dorgu was replaced by Joshua Zirkzee. Not much to report from the game now as we edge closer to the 90-minute mark. Thiago has a wild shot from 20 yards out that sails wide, and Ligt hooks a shot wide after a long throw into the box from Dalot. 90 minutes, a huge ovation for Igor Thiago as he's replaced by Matthias Jensen. 8 minutes to be added on. A roar goes up from the Manchester United fans encouraging their team for one more effort. In all honesty, that penalty miss seems to have drained what little belief they may have had right out of them. They have not threatened the Brentford defence since then. Here is a chance now though. In the second minute of added time, Diego Dalot crosses from the right and Joshua Zirkzee heads over from a good position just outside the 6-yard box to the left of the goal. I think he had more time than he thought he had, and he should have at least got that one on target. In the 4th minute of added time, Brentford play an intricate triangle of one-touch passing at the edge of their own box to make space for themselves to break free. At the heart of that was Yarmoliuk, and he advances with the ball now, halfway inside his team's own half. He has Matthias Jensen to his left, and after cheekily skipping over a challenge in midfield, Yarmoliuk plays the ball out to Jensen, who can run onto the ball halfway inside the Manchester United half. It's 2v2 now. Jensen holds the ball up about 5 yards outside the penalty area, waiting for Yarmoliuk to make a run across him, forcing the defenders to take a step to the left. Jensen takes that opportunity to step inside onto his right foot, and with a sight at goal between the two defenders, goal! Jensen takes that opportunity. From outside the box, he blasts a shot which sails past the dive of Bayindir. That is the cherry on the cake for Brentford, the nail in the coffin for Manchester United. This is going to up the pressure on Amorim. Does he even care anymore though? Jensen goes to the corner to accept the acclaim from the supporters and from his teammates. Another memorable day for the Bees at the G-Tech against Manchester United. I bet they must wish they could play them every weekend. Manchester United had understandably been pushing players forward in an effort to get the equaliser and got stung on the break. On first look, Jensen's shot looked a belter, but the replay suggests Altay Bayindir could have done better. Ruben Amorim is slumped on his chair in the dugout, staring at the floor. And that's it, full time. A second Premier League win of the season for Brentford, more misery for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. Amorim and the players trudge over to applaud the travelling fans. There aren't many left, and those that have remained do not look happy. Smiles all round for the Brentford players as they lap up the applause from the home fans. The penalty miss was crucial, but the Bees were worthy of the win. Since Ruben Amorim's first game in charge on November 24, no team has conceded the first goal in more different Premier League games than Manchester United, 21. An entertaining game here at the G-Tech finishes Brentford 3, Manchester United 1.